remote. And because work is becoming remote, you can actually get a work from LinkedIn in another country and be doing it from Nigeria. You know, one thing COVID-19 did for us is that COVID-19 helped us to understand that we can actually work remotely. It helps us to understand that we can actually work remotely. And COVID-19 has presented another opportunity of work in such a way that you can get a job from Nigeria and do it in UK, in United States, in any country of the world. And with LinkedIn, you can even tell LinkedIn to be giving you job notification on a particular country or on a particular type of job, especially remote jobs. So when you say that you don't have a job, the first thing I ask you is, what are your skills like? Have you tried using LinkedIn to see if there are opportunities you can get from LinkedIn? And so many conferences, international conferences that are free, where you can go ask questions that can link you to other people, have happened on LinkedIn. And Nigerians are not carrying last. Nigerians know they carry last there. So before you wake up, a lot of Nigerians are already active on LinkedIn. I want to use one university that I've been studying as an example. It's not advert for them, but I cherish that university so much, Covenant University. Covenant University as a university already teach their students what LinkedIn is about right from their undergraduate days. So you see their students right from their undergraduate days, they've started getting certifications, they started attending courses that when you look at their LinkedIn profile at graduation, you don't have any reason not to employ them. And that is one thing that distinguishes them from other universities in Nigeria, something I've personally observed. So Covenant University students, as graduate students, they have a lot of experience, a lot of certificates. Their LinkedIn profile is already boxed up. Like the best graduating student that just graduated from Covenant University recently had a GP of 5.0. She came and shared it on LinkedIn, and before you know it, they've already employed her in Sweden. While some people are already saying that there's no work, but that's just what power LinkedIn can what you can see on LinkedIn. And when your profile is boxed up, when your profile have enough experience, certifications, and all that, companies reach out to you directly. I know someone that the company reached out to him directly and told him that there's an opening that is going to be open in the organization the upper week, but they feel they can reach out to him directly first before the opening. And the offer was so massive. The pay they are going to be paying him in pounds, if you convert it to Naira, is about 2.5 million weekly. And he's going to be working remotely from Nigeria. That's the power of LinkedIn when you sell your market well there. And in Igbo, we used to call it sell your market. So let's continue. So LinkedIn is used for recruitment, is used to also sell your experiences and your skills. Then how can LinkedIn help you? Like I said, it can help you to maintain your professional network. It can help you to reconnect with your colleagues, your classmates. It can also help you to learn about other companies and industries in the world. So, and LinkedIn is free. There's some fact about LinkedIn. LinkedIn have up to 313 million users worldwide, and you are still only using WhatsApp and Facebook. It's error. You need to switch to LinkedIn. In US alone, we have 100 million plus using LinkedIn, and 30,000 of them are students and recent graduates. And for you to be in LBD, you need to follow the trend in the world for you to be able to compete favorably with other professionals around the world. And that's why you need to take LinkedIn very, very serious. And 35% of its users check it daily. 42% are updating their profiles on a regular basis. And LinkedIn is somewhere that you go and you come out learning one or two things. It's not like Facebook or other social media network that is full of gossip, fake news, and the rest. There is a lot of things to learn from LinkedIn. And 2 new members sign up on LinkedIn every second, according to TechCrunch. So LinkedIn is a place to be. It sells you professionally, and the average CEO has 930 connections. That is to tell you that most CEOs in the world are on LinkedIn. And if you're someone who owns a business, you can employ people easily from LinkedIn just by looking at their LinkedIn profile, which they will use to apply to your organization. And over 39 million students and recent graduates are on LinkedIn, like I said, and people also list their skills on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is available in 20 different languages in the world. So How do you create a LinkedIn account? This is where a lot of people find it difficult. Please listen attentively. This is where a lot of people find it difficult. LinkedIn is open at www.linkedin.com, but I want to advise, if you want to open a LinkedIn account, I want to advise you to do it on a PC. Use a laptop. Avoid using it on phone. A lot of people find it difficult creating an account with their phone. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but for you to get the full features of LinkedIn, it's advisable to use a laptop. You can now, it's advisable to use a laptop. You can now check other features with your phone, but for a start, it's advisable to use a laptop. Let me repeat what I said. For you to maximize LinkedIn very well, if you want to create an account on LinkedIn, I want to advise that you create a LinkedIn account with a laptop. Don't use a phone to create a LinkedIn account. Use a laptop or a PC. So, and how do you personalize your LinkedIn profile? I'm going to be using my own LinkedIn profile as an example here. Like I said, LinkedIn is a professional social media. So your picture on LinkedIn needs to be very professional. It should carry at least 60% of frame. It's not a place where you come and show your breasts or show your nakedness on LinkedIn. No. It's not a place where you just come and snap selfie and put your selfie pictures up there. No, your profile needs to be professional. Wear the appropriate clothes. If your kind of career have a particular pattern of dressing, use that type of clothes. For me, I prefer suits. So no selfie is allowed, and choose a background that isn't distracting. If you look at the sample I showed here, you can see that is a white background and I'm wearing a suit. So that's personalizing your LinkedIn. And you have a place to add your photo. I've talked about it. You have a place to share your experience. You have a place to show off your skills, volunteering experience, your organization's honors and award. Each time I get an award, I come on LinkedIn profile to put it, because it helps me when I'm building my CV, updating my CV. It helps me to know what I've achieved and put them in the right place. And one thing is that if you don't keep record of your awards, your experience, or the organizations you've been part on, even on campus, trust me, you are going to forget a lot of them. And you think you don't have anything to offer, while you have a whole lot to offer. Why the only difference is that you are not documenting them. So LinkedIn is a wonderful platform for you to be able to document your experiences, your test scores, your publications, your interests, the courses you care about, the projects you've been involved in. A lot of people have involved in a lot of projects, even those ones you're involved in the church, and you think they don't count. No, you can put them up here on LinkedIn, and it can be a leadership experience you can use to even apply for a scholarship in future. Your certifications, you can add them. Your education, you can add them also on LinkedIn, including your GPA, if your GPA is very good. For instance, in the federal universities, GP is usually from 4.50 to 5.0 is first class. So, but then most people end up graduating with 4.45. So if you're putting such GPA on LinkedIn, if you're putting such result on LinkedIn, it's advisable to put your degree, second class honor, upper division in bracket 4.45 over 5.0. So that when a recruiter is saying that, he or she will see that, this guy is actually closer to first class. And it can be also an added advantage in recruitment or in getting scholarship. Then there are common terms that we use on LinkedIn: profile, recruiter, connections, recommendations, endorsement. And you are going to be filling your achievements. You can also add images of your achievements on LinkedIn. And it also helps you to keep in check your work history and all that. And you also need to be checking your profile frequently. And you can also get the app, like I said. You can also get the app on your phone to be using to check your profile from time to time. It's on Apple and it's also on Android. But most importantly, when you're starting or when you're setting up your profile, it's advisable to use a PC. It's advisable to use a PC. So we're going to the practical aspect of it, because we need to finish before 8 p.m. We need to finish before 8 p.m. Are we following? I want to get a response. Are we following? Hello?
Yes. Right on, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We are following.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a wonderful feedback. So I'm going to be going to the.
Yes, from my mama in the house.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to be showing, going to the practical aspect of it. Can we all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, if you can see my screen, you see that I'm currently in the profile of Engineer Martin Abuli, who is the Fire Service Director of Fire Service in Anambra State in Nigeria. And he made a post. He made a post that ended up. Can you see?
We're not seeing your screen, sir. We're not seeing your screen.
Okay, sorry. Let me share it again. Let me share it again. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes,
We can see. Yes.
All right. So I'm currently on the profile of Engineer Martin Abuli, who is the Fire Service Director in Anambra State. And he made a post here. He said, let me just warn everybody, we may be friends or families, I give you all the respect you deserve and all that. But at the end, the aim of his post is to encourage people to be careful with fire, that this Christmas, there may be a lot of fire outbreaks, that people need to be careful with fire. So if I want to connect with him now, all I need to do is to click on his profile. And it turns out that he's even my friends already on LinkedIn. I can easily send him a message and I can look at his profile and look at the summary of his profile about. If I'm aspiring to be a fire officer, I can come here to look at all the things he has achieved, look at the summary of his profile, look at his experience, and use this to build a profile for myself, or use it to look at what he has done differently and see how to do it. So, but let me go to the homepage of LinkedIn. If you log into LinkedIn, this is how it looks like. I'm going to use my own profile as an example. I'll use my own profile as an example. My name is Chimex, Simon, and I'm going to be vulnerable to everyone right now. So I'm an ICT 4D consultant with Society for Family Health. I'm for family health in Nigeria here, and I'm also a businessman. But then, like I said, LinkedIn is also for career and also for business people. You can use it as a businessman to recruit, and you can use it as a career person to build your career. And there's also an entrepreneurship part of career, which is taking your work very, very serious and thinking like an entrepreneur in your office. That's the entrepreneurial part of your work. So profile. This is my profile on LinkedIn, and from my dashboard, you're going to see the people who have viewed my profile recently. About 77 people have viewed my profile recently, and I can even see them if I want. And I used to check people who viewed my profile recently because it helps me to keep track with places I've applied, if those people have actually seen what I've shared with them, or if they've actually seen my profile or something. So I normally go to view those that have seen my profile. But back to it. On your profile, the first thing there is about you, where you put the summary of what you do, your skills, and all that. Then when you go down, you're going to see my experience. Under experience, you can add experience with this button. And if you click here, you can edit. So under experience, you put in where you're working and your job description, what you do in that workplace. You're going to see it like, this is my work experience with Society for Family Health. This is my work experience with Impact Network International. This is my business. Here in my business, I was very strategic. I didn't put myself as the CEO. I only put it as IT manager because my experience here can help me to get opportunity elsewhere. Most people, when they see CEO, they don't like employing CEOs of organization because they believe that you're already a boss somewhere else, unless you're not dividing your business with your career. So that's why I used IT manager in my own business. I've been in the business for 11 years and 9 months. So, and what I do in my business, I also put them in details here. So, and the good thing about it is that from here, you can see that I've already created a business profile here, and that's why the logo of my business is showing here. So as a business person, you need to create a LinkedIn profile for your business. Because if you create a LinkedIn profile for your business, if anybody work with you, they can actually put it in their profile, which increases their chance of employment and other things. These are my experiences. Everything after experience, the next thing is your education. So I'm currently doing an MBA program, is there, PGD, my university education. So all my achievements in the university, I was able to add them under my university education. I got a 2-2 in the university, but I cannot come and write second class honors lower division here, because it can also be a limitation to me. Whether you have second class honors, upper division or lower division, they are all second class honors. And that's why I stopped at second class honors. You can also stop at, if you have a third class, you don't even need to come here and write third class. You can just stop at PSC, whatever you have, and stop there. You have a BSc, whether you have third class. And now in the current dispensation, what you graduated with doesn't even matter. What is more important is your experience and the skills you have. And that's why you need to go for skills more than, as much as education is important, you need to go for your skills and take your skills serious. So you can also see secondary education, because if you're applying for scholarships or for some opportunities, they are looking at your leadership experience. Your leadership experience can be a platform for you to get opportunities. So you need to put them in your profile. Then after that, the next thing is licenses and certification. Some of us have certifications and licenses that you may need to add to your profile. I got one in the latest one, and LinkedIn used to arrange it according to the recent ones. Like the last one I got it in September 2021. After that, the last one I did was a LinkedIn course they did during, LinkedIn gave us an e-learning platform, which helped me to go for courses on customer service specialists. That was last year. So one thing LinkedIn helped me to do is that it helped me to keep in touch. Am I improving on myself every year? So I make sure that at least every year there must be a new certification to my profile. That way it helps me to go and attend courses and all that. So there are some that I don't discover now. There are other courses that I've done that I've not added. So after this class, I'll even add them to my LinkedIn profile. So it helps you to sell your market. Then after that, there are some volunteer experience that you can do that you can add to your LinkedIn profile. Like any job you do and you are not paid for it, it is a volunteer experience. So if you're heading a tribe in LBD Nation, it's a volunteer experience you can add to your LinkedIn profile. And if you're applying for a scholarship, your volunteer experience is something they take serious. And I want to tell you something about volunteer experience. Abroad, volunteer experience is a big deal. But volunteer experience is what so many Nigerians do without knowing in Nigeria. So volunteer experience in Nigeria is more than abroad, because a lot of people are very busy outside the country, so they don't even have time to volunteer. So once they hear that you volunteered for something, it's a whole big deal, which they take serious outside the country. So all the things you've been doing for people for free, or all the things you've been doing for organizations for free, is a volunteer experience, and you need to add it to your LinkedIn profile. Let me use one of my experience as an example. I'm a Google local guide, level 8. And I'm a top 1% of Google local guides in Enugu, Nigeria. What does this mean? When you want to go to some places on Google Map, you used to type it on Google and the place appear on Google for you to get the location to that place or drive to that place. That place you are going to using Google Map is someone that actually added it on Google Map for you to be able to use it effectively. And that is what a Google local guide is. We add places on Google for free. So because I travel a lot in Nigeria, I've been to 30 states in Nigeria. Any state I go to, any new place I go to, and the place is not on Google Map, I add it on Google Map. So let me tell you one advantage I got from this particular experience. Because I add places on Google Map, Google actually organized conferences yearly for Google local guys across the world. So last year, I was opportunity to be invited to California in US to attend their international conference, just because of the work I was doing free in Nigeria, but I couldn't attend because of COVID. That was when COVID struck. So the conference now held virtually, but it would have been a wonderful experience an opportunity for me to leave the country just because I'm doing something for free in Nigeria by adding places on Google Maps for free with your phone. And it's what anybody can do. And that is one of the opportunities that Google Guide, Google can present to you. So I have a lot of experiences, even those I offered while I was in the university to post-UME people coming for post-UME back then in school. I added it here. I also volunteer for Google. If they are doing a research, I help them in the research, and I do it for free by filling Google forms on how their experiences is, or as a user, how I feel by using Google applications. And other volunteers, this is the last one I added recently. I didn't know, I forgot. Facesuit is an organization that is based in the United Kingdom, and I help in helping them organize programs here in Southeast Nigeria and the rest. Then after that, people can actually recommend you on LinkedIn. And you can also request for people to recommend you on LinkedIn. Here, I have about 21 recommendations there, and I've given 25 people recommendation. It helps you to also build your profile on LinkedIn, because the world is moving towards this app. This is the future CV of the world. CV is actually moving from paper CV to online CV. Then if you have awards, you can actually add them here on LinkedIn. This is mine, about 9 awards. Then it also ranks them in ascending order based on the recent ones. This one I got recently, Kindness Champion Award. And all your awards, you can add them on LinkedIn, your scholarship, the organizations you belong to. You can also add here that other organizations. You can also add here that you are a member of LBD, something we can also add here. That way, if someone wants to track or want to give a job with respect to LBD people that are actively on LinkedIn, it will be easy for the person to track it. So what it means is that even as LBD, we need to register as organization on LinkedIn. So we can also come in and write to a member of Living by Design Nation as an organization that you're part of. So both professional organization, but although professional organization sells more here, but I also believe that LBD is a professional organization. Then you can also add projects you've been actually involved in. You can add them here, all the projects you've been actually involved in. And if you have people that have done that project with you, like this particular project, we were able to set up about 6,100 devices in Nigeria for sharing of mosquito nets. And that is a project we did in 2017. And all the people that were part of the project, I added them as other co-creators. And this can be a tool I can use to sell myself in future, and all that. All the languages you can speak, you can also add it. This is how amazing that LinkedIn are. Then when you now come to the homepage of LinkedIn, you can see what other people are posting. You can see people posting about their achievements. You can see people posting about what they do. You can search for someone on LinkedIn and see what they do on LinkedIn. Like, let me search Map on LinkedIn. Let me look for Map on LinkedIn. Map maybe on LinkedIn. Okay. Maybe something I'll do later. So, but if you can use one person as an example who is on LinkedIn, you can use LinkedIn to search for people. Let me search for, we don't have more time, so let me just go straight to details. So as a business, you can actually create a business page on LinkedIn. And this is the one I created for my business, Chimex Dreamless Technologies. Yeah, so from here you can see I'm still creating. I've not even added location. I've not customized it. I've not made any posts. I just created the page. And here I have 3 new followers. You can see how people follow your page. And you can even use this as a business by creating business pages for businesses and charge them for it. You can create business pages for businesses on LinkedIn and charge them for it. You can also help them to manage it on LinkedIn. One of the persons I follow on LinkedIn that inspires me so much is Ndubisi Ekekwe, Professor Ndubisi Ekekwe. He makes a lot of amazing posts on LinkedIn that you can learn from and engage in. This Professor Ndubisi Ekekwe is a Nigerian professor who have inventions in the United States from LinkedIn, you're going to see that a lot of Nigerians are doing amazing stuff. A lot of Nigerians are doing amazing stuff on the international scene. And it's on LinkedIn that you can see them. Like this is the last post he made just an hour ago. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. The biggest strength comes when you acknowledge your limitations and seek help. This is an amazing post. And under engagement, you can make a comment that makes sense and someone will follow you from there and someone wants to connect more with you from there. And that is also a way you can also get job on LinkedIn. A lot of people have gotten job opportunities on LinkedIn, and there are so many job opportunities on LinkedIn. Under here, you see home, you see network, and you see jobs. So if you're looking for a job on LinkedIn, if you click on jobs, you are going to see available jobs. And you can also choose job preferences that you want. Like I am an IT officer. I'm looking for information technology job and I'm looking for worldwide. I'm also a training manager. I'm looking for positions of training manager in the United States and IT consultant. So if all these things you see here are the search keywords that I've used, to search for jobs on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn will tell you available jobs online. Like this Meta is Facebook job. This one is in United Kingdom and is a remote job. 19 people have applied. If I want to apply, I will also apply here. I also told LinkedIn that I want remote opportunities. So that's why everything that was given to me here is remote opportunities. So these are all the remote opportunities that are available for my type of job. So if you want a particular type of job, you can also put in the keyword and get job opportunities that are related to that. There are so many remote jobs in the United Kingdom, and you can do them from Nigeria. I applied for many of them. Some of them have been able to attend interviews, and some, they don't call me for interviews. Some can reject, and rejection is part of it. Because if you're not rejected, you may not understand that you may need to add more to your skills. LinkedIn have made me to understand that no knowledge is a waste. And if you think that you know it all, there are more things to learn. All these things are UK jobs, remote. That means you can be in Nigeria and do these jobs in UK. And there's a type of job called Easy Apply. Easy Apply is a type of job where you don't need to submit your CV. You just need to submit your LinkedIn profile. So I just clicked on Easy Apply and jobs in United States, and they gave me opportunities. This one is hybrid, it's not remote. Hybrid means you can either work physically or do them remotely. Let me use this one as an example. Integration support specialist is a remote job, and they said that I have a preferred skill badge for it. What do? I'll apply easily. So what does it mean to, if I want to apply easily, I'll just click on apply now. I'm applying for this job because my profile is already here. My email address and my phone number came out. I just need to click on next. My CV is already there. I don't need to upload it again. Also, each time I update my CV, I upload it on LinkedIn so that when I'm applying for a job, it's easier to apply. I'll just click on next. I'll have to, in US, when you are applying for any job in US, I never knew all these things till I started using LinkedIn. You need to click that you don't have a disability. They take disability serious, unlike Nigeria. And here, you know, the word I've gone haywire. You can decide to be a male or a female. So here you see male, female, and I prefer not to identify. Some people are also hermaphrodites. So I'll choose male, just as an example. They also take color seriously. So I choose Black or African American. Then I'm not a veteran. Then after that, you click on next. They now ask you job-related question. Have you completed your bachelor's degree? Yes, I have. I'll click on next. Am I authorized to work in the US? These are one of the challenges that we have with remote jobs. Some of them will need to make sure that you are authorized to work in the US. I mean, I cannot lie. I'm not authorized to work in the US because if I say, yes, I'm authorized and they say, okay, come and start, and I'm not in the US, it will be a bad performance and can affect me in future job with this organization. So I'll say no. They may have an opportunity for those who are not legally authorized to work in the US, and I may be considered. So it's better to try than not trying at all. So here you see the summary of everything I chose, and I click submit application. Very simple. I did not write a cover letter. I did not write an application letter, nothing. All I need to do is to send in my LinkedIn profile just the way I did now. And that is how to apply for jobs on LinkedIn. Another thing about LinkedIn is that it can help you to build your resume or your CV under jobs. If you come, forgive me, I'm having cough. If you come to this left part, you're going to see my jobs, job alert, salary, skill assessment, interview preparation, resume builder, job seeker guide. You can use all these things to help yourself. You can use all these things to learn skills that can help you to improve on yourself. And another thing about LinkedIn is that you can also advertise your LinkedIn. You can also advertise your business here under paid advert, which you can find under your business pages. Then if you're an employer, let's say you own a business and you want to employ people, under work, here, under work, if you are going to see post a job, learning is if you want to learn a skill on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a very powerful place, and you can interconnect well with people. You can interconnect very well with people on LinkedIn. I want to show you the profile of the best graduating student who just graduated recently from Covenant University. That profile is one of the very intimidating profiles, just a fresh graduate, but you need to see her profile and what she have achieved at her age. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. Then on LinkedIn, you can also choose that you are open to work. When you choose that you're open to work, that is here. When you choose that you're open to work, organizations can actually contact you directly if they have a skill, if you have a skill that they want in their organizations. Organizations have actually contacted me on some projects because of the experience I have on those projects. I want to look for the profile of this person I'm talking about. You can also make posts on LinkedIn. You can write articles that people can find inspiring. Then I also wrote a short ebook on LinkedIn that is actually for sale, but I'm ready to give it free to everyone who attended this webinar. Good. This is I've seen what I'm looking for. This is the profile of the person the best graduating student at Covenant University. I admire that university so much. Their students are amazing. They are high flyers in the world. I graduated from UNM, but trust me, I admire this university so well. Look at her summary. She said, I'm a Google Get Ahead 2021 EMEA scholar. And she said she graduated with a perfect CGPA of 5.0 and the second person in the history of the university to achieve that. That's something amazing. Then when you look at her profile, she just started, if you look at her profile, she said she's working with Spotify and she started working in November. Their convocation was in October. And she wrote it here, LinkedIn helped me get this job. That is to say that she came and made noise about her achievement on LinkedIn. There's a saying that if you don't make noise about what you do, nobody will know about you. Nobody. And LinkedIn is one of those beautiful places you can come and make every noise you need to make about yourself. Your achievement, make noise about it. Somebody can identify. Look at someone who just graduated from the university. Look at, she has already done internship as a student intern with MasterCard. She has already done a project with Google. She's already a fellow somewhere. And she has already done mentorship program online. She has already worked with Andela. She has already done intern with KPMG. With this kind of experience, we look get a CV from this kind of person and not give this person a job. That is how amazing her profile is. So when I look at this person's profile, when I finished from school, I didn't have this kind of an achievement. It inspires me to know that, see, you've not done much, that I need to go back and even work. Look at education, Covenant University, first class honors, just in computer science. She's already working with Spotify in Sweden. All these are amazing. When you look at her SSCE, you see the secondary school she attended, you see she was even a head girl. She put it there that she was a head girl. And with this kind of experience, if there's any leadership award or an opportunity that involves leadership experience, she can get it. She has a lot of license as a graduate. See all her licenses. As a fresh graduate, someone that just did a convocation in October, she has volunteered already. She was even a financial secretary in her department in school. She put it there. So all the experience that you have done that you are not paid for is a volunteered experience. Go and put it up on your LinkedIn. So we have 4 minutes to summarize. I want to use it to just take up questions. Do anyone have questions? Because we need to close by 8 on the dot. Thank you for coming to our class. Does anyone have question? I'm going to be sharing the free book I talked about on the chat box now, so that we can be able to download it. I'm also going to be dropping my number in case you have any question to ask me after this. Thank you. I'm waiting for the
Thank you, Uncle Chimex. Thank you, leaders. It's time for question, and we have just 3 minutes to wrap up this section. If you have any question as regards to what he has taught us what we are taught this evening, please do raise up your digital hand or you drop it in the chat room.
Sorry, there is a question in the chat room.
Let me look at the person said, I have account already, but have not been using it. How do I start? The only way to start is to start. Like I just sent a book I wrote on LinkedIn Masterclass. I also detailed how to write a CV and cover letter in the book. You can take advantage of it so that when you finish, you create account on LinkedIn and start. You can actually start, like I said, start using a laptop. Create an account with a laptop, update your profile with a laptop. That way you don't make mistakes. Thank you. Then Odo Michael said, please, sir, what if the organization you are working for does not have a LinkedIn profile? No problem, just put in the name of the organization. They must not have a LinkedIn profile, though their logo will not show, but just put it there. Just put it there. It's an experience. Thank you very much. Any other question? I have an account, but I've forgotten my password. What you need to do is to go back and tell them you forgot your password. They'll send you a link to your email to reactivate your account. Then if you can't see the book, you can chat me up privately on WhatsApp. I'll send the book to you. I just sent my number again. I also sent a link you can use to reach out to me directly on WhatsApp because our time is off. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to the class. Victor Light, over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Uncle Chimex. Sincerely, this is a very wonderful section, and we don't have much time. Leaders, I want to thank every one of us who made our time to join us. Tomorrow is another day. We are looking at the skills you will need to make money in this 21st century, this entrepreneurship week. You can't afford to miss out. Tomorrow promises to be great. Before we go, let's have a short word of prayer. Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your dear son, Uncle Chimex, whom you have actually used to teach us what we need to know